Let's get more on this now with Murat Aslan, who joins us live from Muğla in Turkey. He's an assistant professor in security studies at Hasan Kalyoncu University. Really good to have you back with us, Professor. This is a significant moment for Turkey, the commissioning of the TCG Anadolu. Tell us, what does this mean for Turkey's naval defense capabilities?
Well, not only as an academic, but as a former retired military officer, it's a proud, and the capacity it contributed to the capabilities of Turkish armed forces will be great because by Anadolu, Turkey will be able to build up joint strike force that's capable of being deployed to any location on Earth. And in the meantime, that means Turkey will be on the table. That will be, a consequence of a military campaign. And it's a complementary capacity, not only of Turkish armed forces, but also NATO, because once NATO is in need of such a force, Turkey will be a potential country contributing much more than existing capacities.
And Professor, we know the TCG Anadolu is also the world's first carrier that's capable of actually hosting unmanned aerial vehicles, otherwise known as drones. We know that Turkey has emerged as a world leader in the development of drones through the Bayraktar company. We've seen many of them being deployed to Ukraine, for example. Can you explain to us why is this such a significant moment in that respect as well? The fact that this is the first carrier on which drones can take off and land.
Well, when the United States expelled Turkey from the F-35 project, there was a big question mark on this issue. I mean, we were planning, as Turkey, to build up a carrier like this, but the plan was to have F-35s on it. But right after the decision of the US government, Turkey decided to build up UAVs with much more efficiency in terms of striking the high precise targets. So that's why now we have Kızıl Elma, for instance, the other armed UAVs on the boat. Now, Turkey does have a number of companies, not only Bayraktar, manufacturing different sorts of UAVs like tactical, mini, or operational, and they have started strategic armed UAVs. And I believe that a unification of these capacities with naval forces or land forces, well, it will be some sort of a smart power, because think about integrating of such capacities, warning each other and resonating with the enemy and hit at the best time and in the best location. So this manufacturing process will provide Turkey to be much more efficient in terms of military campaigns in the coming years.
What's also interesting about the TCG Anadolu is that it's somewhat of a hybrid ship, isn't it? Because it's both a warship as well as a carrier. Does that flexibility in the role of the Anadolu make it more versatile and perhaps more useful in combat situations or other situations, in fact?
And that's why I called it as Joint Strike Group, because there will be a unification of Army, Air Force, maybe by the contribution of Kızıl Elma, or maybe other UAVs in the coming years, like Anka-3, and also naval strength, because this aircraft will sail not only by itself. I mean, there will be numerous vessels accompanying this ship, like air defense, intelligence, or logistic ships. And on the other hand, we will have special forces on it, other than, armored units, land forces. So this is about being an independent military force capable of conducting a military campaign by itself in a remote area if any mission is submitted to the force.
And I think many global defense publications have really watched the commissioning of the TCG Anadolu with interest. There's been a lot of press over the last week about how this really is a world first in terms of being a drone carrier. Do you expect other defense companies in other parts of the world, the UK, the US, elsewhere, for example, might consider developing their own drone carrier at some point after looking at Turkey's example?
Well, there's a reality. If you want to have a naval force, it's too expensive. And this model, drone carriers, will offer you a cost-effective force structure, force architecture. Think that Turkey will spend less than the United States by this ship, especially if there is a mission abroad like Africa or other regions on Earth. And this cost efficiency will push you to be much more active in international politics. As you can see, there is a sort of linkage between the military, politics, diplomacy, and the other countries for sure will take it as a model, and they will start building up such sort of cost-effective solutions rather than, great numbers of aircraft carriers.
Okay, Professor Murat Aslan, we'll leave it there for now. Perhaps we'll return to you as the TCG Anadolu makes its way to the Black Sea. But thanks as always for joining us on TRT World.